Hey guys, give me a second. I'm getting my camera ready. Okay. What did you think of the release? I'm assuming you guys have seen the sisters go live and got a great look and introduction to the spring IOD release. Did you think it was worth all the hype and excitement? Um, I'm super excited for it. Let's see. Hey Becky. Hey Shannon. Happy Valentine's Days. Um, Yeah, it was it what do you think, Shannon? I'm sure you saw the release go live this morning. Did it deserve all the hype I've been giving it? Um, yeah, so, I'm not really sure where to start. It's kind of hard to follow the sisters after, they do such a great job doing, doing what they do, which is taking you through all the fun and excitement of looking at the new products. Um, yeah, so we've got Shannon here. She's saying, "Yeah, it's awesome." Uh, and Mary Ruth, "Hey, Mary Ruth, how are you? Hello from South Carolina." Um, Hello to South Carolina. Yeah, so I'm super excited. I've been working on a bunch of stuff. Um, I'm really excited to share with you. First thing is my table. Let me bring the camera over a little bit closer. So, which product, when I first start by asking, which product was your favorite? Um, was it the bungalow transfer? Bungalow transfer was originally mine. And then I ended up, I'm not a big mold person, but I ended up totally falling in love with the molds. I have a lot of pieces going like I'm halfway done. I've started like 10 different projects and I'm done with maybe one of them because I keep getting ideas for other projects. So I'm in this phase of, having 10 things going at once and not really sure which one I want to finish once. But this is one of them here. I have a bunch of driftwood from a trip back in the fall and just have been going crazy with the molds on the driftwood. That's one of them. Let me show you this other one. Okay. Again, still a work in progress. I'm putting molds, I'm going mold crazy on driftwood. And I still need to finish these. It's not done. I want to go in and paint. There's so much room for beautiful small detail in here on these doors, and then highlighting the mushrooms and things like that. So still have a lot more work to do. Let me show you one more of these. So not only I'm also started gluing driftwood together. So the idea is like this sits up here. Let me get it to balance right here and show you guys. But again, still a work in progress. But I've got, so I glue driftwood together and I'm creating like this whole 360 scene around this big piece of driftwood. Like the way I've been picturing it is like it's a little fairy's house in the woods. And then she lives in the stump of this tree and she's got this beautiful door right here. But I have more ferns and more flying objects to put on this and of course paint it. I have a ton of driftwood in the garage and now I know what I'm doing with it. So if anybody wants driftwood with your order, let me know. I can help you out. But yeah, having lots of fun. The blue tape here is one from when I glued the driftwood together. And I needed to hold it together, but it balances by itself. So lots of fun with this guy right here. Let's see if I can get to stand up again. Well, it will stand. I just gotta balance it right. So anyways, having lots of fun with that. And then of course, let me jump on here and see what you guys are saying. Oh, lots of people here. Hey, Michelle Rose. Mary Ruth, thank you very much. I'm like in the middle. It's funny because I've got like, I'm not kidding when I say I have 10 projects going on. I can't complete one because I get an idea for another one. And I sometimes when I get like that, I'm like, are the first ones prototypes to where I'm at now? Or am I kind of going ADHD and not being able to see something through? I don't know. Shannon loves the inlay with all the small images. I'll take that out in a second and show it to you guys. But yeah, I'm having lots of fun here. Thank you, Carla. That's so sweet of you to say. Let me show you my table. So yeah, I'm usually not into molds, but these guys have me going a million miles an hour. And then of course, bungalow. When I saw bungalow, my jaw dropped. So I've been working on this table right here. I took DIY paint and blended it to kind of look like a tropical scene. I used tropical colors. I can tell you what they are later. I don't have them off the top of my head. And then I've got like the bottom underneath here. I wonder if I can stick the camera down here. What happens when I do that? Well, can't get a really good view, but you can from up here. Yeah. So if you're into, I'm not usually a tropical person, but I love bright colors. So it was really fun working on this table. I still have a little bit of snippets here and there to do for this table. And one of the things that the sisters said on their show is like, the patterns on the transfers overlap. You can have one continuous, let me move the camera a little bit. You can have one continuous panel, like a flow, or you can copy, you can paste, transfer over each other. And sorry, I've had too much coffee this morning and I'm a little bit scattered. But like here, I did some serious overlaying of this transfer on top of this one. And this rose is actually from another transfer. The branches here just ended abruptly because it does continue on to another transfer. So I just plopped that flower on top of it to make it look like there was just a bunch of branches here, not like this floating branch in the middle of nowhere. Kind of like this down here. This kind of ends abruptly right here. So I'll probably come in here. Franz is your best friend with this transfer, the Franz transfer, and maybe even the stamp as well, because when you have loose ends like this, it's nice to be able just to take a little leaf from someplace else and plop it on top. But I am loving the bungalow. I have a trunk here we'll get to in a few minutes, and I'm going to put a monkey and one of the creepy cats on my trunk in just a few minutes for you guys, so you can kind of see how I use it. One recommendation for this transfer right here is definitely use a top coat before putting it down. Like I know sometimes people with like DIY paint and Annie Sloan paint, you can often just put the transfer down on top of the dry paint and it comes off really easily. These transfers have lots of tiny details, all the space in between the leaves here. You can totally do it without a top coat. Definitely a lot more elbow grease is needed and care to get these to lie down without shifting or anything like that. When I did not use a top coat for this one. It took me probably about 35 to 40 minutes to get these two transfers laid down here. You can see a little bit of a break in here, the leaf where it shifted. I can come in here and fix this with green paint, no problem. The bottom level here is where I did use a top coat and just went on like that, just as easy as pie. It took me maybe 5 minutes. So consider your top coats as an important part with these transfers right here. And then backing up to the molds, let me grab my molds. Oh, here's another one we did. So a little piece of driftwood again, but I like this one right here. I want to come back in, I think, and find some, I want to make this mushroom a little bit darker. There's like really fine details on it. Let's see if I can get the camera to focus on it. But the mushroom, they have like these really beautiful little details on it. I'm thinking with, I want to do like another coat of paint or maybe wax. I tried some wax and it's very subtle. And I want this just to pop a little bit more. So I'll be using paint and then probably like wiping it back just to see how I can get this mushroom to stand out. But And then on this side, I've got the snails and the frog. The frog is a light green, but again, I want to come back in with a dark green paint and then wipe it back, and that's going to look really cute. And then again, this is more driftwood that I've been having fun with. When you get your molds, make sure that you order extra clay because you're going to want them. If you hear a noise right now, it's my cat. She's saying hello to you all. The doors especially, I used about 3/4 of a pack of air dry clay to make 2 sets of this mold. So this, you will use clay. Make sure you order enough. And then these nuts, these aren't so bad. The mushrooms, I probably got like 3 things of mushrooms out of a pack of clay. I have IKEA pots that I plant pots, and I'm creating a theme at 3 of them, and I'm using the doors on each of them, and each one is going to be like a home to more fairies, of course. But I have the little critters on them, and it's just so much fun. It's really hard to know how and where to stop with these molds. Thanks, Shannon. Yeah, so lots of fun here. Okay. We're having a animal 3-ring circus here today now. Okay. Yeah. We have an older dog named Sunny, and he's really old and he's having problems walking. And I think that this morning he had some kind of seizure, and this is the first time he's been off the sofa. So if I seem distracted this morning, that is why. Like, he's actually up and walking around right now, which seems like a miracle after his seizure. So it's been a morning. Okay, so let's look at Millet's pages together. I've got back here this board, which I've prepared for Millet's. This is just like an old cabinet door, and it's like 2 frames. And I'm sure you've seen the pictures of, let's see, I think it's actually on the product here. So you see right here, like you've got this was actually a desk, and they like sawed it in half and created 2 nightstand tables out of it. But I like how they just pretty much straight up use the transfers on either sides. And I was picturing doing something similar here on this, but let's see here. This is basically entomology on steroids, and it's like Franz and entomology had a baby who had steroids. That's how I've been thinking of this. So look at all those mushrooms. When the IOD sisters did a stockist reveal on this. Stop! Sorry. I'm sorry. We have some very upset animals here this morning, and I was yelling at them because one of my dogs was chasing my cat, and there was a very bad fight. So, like I said, it's been a morning. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut this short. I'm not really sure what's going on. I think one of the dogs is protecting the dog that had the seizure, and the cat is just being a cat. So yeah, it's a 3-ring circus here this morning. I explained earlier, one of my dogs had a seizure earlier today. He's older. It's like the 3rd seizure. It's very off. It is what it is when you have an older dog and you love him very much. But the other dog is trying to protect the older dog from the cat and from everybody else. So that's why I yelled. Excuse me. I might just have to cut this short and come back on later when things have calmed down here. So my son is trying to help, but he's got to get ready for school. So, I'm going to cut it short. I'm really sorry, but I gotta take care of my pets. I'm sure you understand if you have fur babies, but okay, I'm cutting it short. I'll be back online later. I'm really sorry, everybody. But it is what it is. I'll talk to you all later. Bye.